Part 2. Chapter 9, in which Uncle Frederick is indeed transported through time and wakes up in a theater in the future, in the year
412.
So far in the future, it rolled over. And the year is infinity 405.
Oh. Hello.
Hi. I'm a traveler in time.
Yes, I know.
Is this your home?
This is my theater. But nobody really goes to the theater anymore.
Oh.
Not since the internal theatrical app implants.
Then I'm free. I'm free from prison. This is joyous news. Oh, I can dance again.
You are Uncle Frederick.
How did you know that?
Because I was the one who reached through time, grabbed the threads of your scarf, and pulled you here to the year
2022.
Infinity
412.
On the wall there, it says 412.
Yes, it's far in the future. We lost count and started over.
May I ask, what is your name?
Yes, my name is...
I fear I cannot pronounce that, so I will call you Mr. Oink.
That would be nice.
Mr. Oink, why have you brought me here?
For a very important reason!
I assume so.
What you might not know is that in our time here in the vast future, our world is a perfect utopia. There is no pain, no sadness, only plenty for all, and equality reigns throughout the world.
That does sound like a joyous future. And yet, are you not sorrowful that your theater has no patrons?
Oh, I don't do much marketing. But the reason, you see, that our world is so perfect is because a long time ago, in your 19th century, a woman named Ophelia.
That is my niece.
Yes. You see, she rose to the top of the ranks of academia, and her intelligence was embraced by all. Not at first, of course, for a woman in that time period was looked on askance, but she persevered, and she published, and she discovered the element that would allow her distant ancestors to create the invention that brought peace and love and harmony and plenty and bounty to all.
Ah.
But
No, I see it now. You did not want a woman to do this. You wanted a man, such as myself, to discover it. What?
you don't understand. All of this is about to be put in jeopardy. There is a wrinkle in the timeline.
Oh, dear. Yes, is there something that can be done about it? Can I save the day?
Perhaps. You see, when I send you back, it will be just moments after Ophelia meets a man named Peacock, with whom she will fall in love and marry and give up her academic career. And none of this will ever have happened.
So I must go back in time and stop her from doing this.
You must ensure that she forsakes this man and devotes herself to her career, to her scientific pursuits.
If this is what must be done, so that the future can be blissful, and your theatre can be ever empty, and I shall do it. Grab upon the end of my scarf. And send me back. I see them meeting.
Chapter 10. In which the future has not really been predetermined. Ophelia finds herself back at campus with Timothy Peacock, and they're having a lovely conversation about
Bees. Marbles.
COVID.
Yes, sir.
Oh, Mr. Peacock, I have to disagree with your interpretation of that. If there were a coronavirus to come into being in the future, I do believe that our entire economy would collapse.
Oh, preposterous. You see, because when the timeline here directly is linked to the forsaken ways of the future. But we can change that by addressing this virus here and directly confronting it before it happens.
You're brilliant, as always, Mr. Peacock.
My brilliance only shines greater among yours.
Pish! This is all nonsense. Nothing of that would come to pass. Ophelia, I must speak with you.
Uncle, you escaped from prison!
Uncle?
Yes.
Hello, my name is Timothy Peacock.
I will never shake the hand of a peacock.
That must be how they beat each other in prison, yes.
Ophelia, you cannot marry this man.
Uncle, I promise you, Timothy is not like his own father and uncles. He is different from the peacocks, just as I am different.
Ophelia?
From the chicken-lets.
I know this may sound odd because I have just escaped from prison after many years, and I was in confinement and solitary confinement for many of those years. But Ophelia, you must listen to me. I traveled into the future using my star. I met a man, his name was Mr. Oink, and he told me that you would save the world if you just don't marry that man, so you mustn't.
Oh, dear God.
Obviously lost his mind.
No! I went to the future! There was a theater there, and they were selling these popped kernels. They were fluffy.
If you are from the future, good sir, what proof do you have?
It's not possible. Time travel is not possible. I have been over this extensively. If you carry the 3, it doesn't work.
Yes, and if you see, the coronavirus will stop before it happens.
He didn't mention any of that. What he did mention is a utopian future that you could solve, Ophelia. You just have to stay away from this man, okay? And please, I'm not crazy. Don't let them take me away from you.
Uncle, I think we need to get you to a hospital.
Yes, very soon.
No, I'm feeling fine. I'm out of prison. I'm ready to dance again.
Oh, you've gone quite cuckoo.
I'm fine. I'm fine.
Chapter 11, in which Uncle Frederick is confined to a mental institution and has a habit of shouting out a single word, which is
Imposter.
imposter.
Very well, you. Come along, sir.
Imposter!
Come.
Imposter!
He is restrained, sir.
Yes, thank you.
The fate of the world relies on me.
Yeah, nurse.
It relies on him.
Nurse, attach the electrodes.
Oh, that man is an imposter. He's not supposed to be her love. Please, I'm doing this for
Clear!
Well, that was fun. Do it again.
Aha, very good, sir.
Wait one more time just for laughs.
Now then, you must be disabused of this notion that you traveled into the future. That's impossible, don't you know?
Right.
I met Mr. Oink.
Mr. Oink, I'm afraid he's much further gone than I imagined. I think he'll have to spend many, many years amongst us.
Yes, sir.
At least 50.
It appears that he has passed out, sir.
Ah, good, then we won't need to feed him dinner tonight. Well, I say we leave him there and check in on him in the morning. Chapter 12, in which Ophelia and Mr. Peacock's relationship has advanced considerably.
Oh, Timothy, I cannot wait for our wedding.
I'm overjoyed.
I cannot stop planning it in my head.
I cannot stop planning either. I see that you have planned it out on the entire chalkboard.
I know, and we only just got engaged, but I'm so excited.
Ah, what a marvelous life we shall have.
There's just something that's bothering me.
What? Please tell me.
It's something my Uncle Frederick said about the future. I've been thinking about it.
Your Uncle Frederick is in an insane asylum.
But he never showed any signs of cuckoo behavior before.
The mind tends to wander and break under stress. He was in prison for quite some time.
You do not understand. Chicken butts are strong. They are single-minded. You do not understand the complexity of the mind of a chicken butt. Sorry. I'm so sorry
No,
to
of course
offend you,
not.
but
I'm not offended, my dear. Please tell me. What makes the chicken butt so strong?
we are good people. We are creative, but we are sane, and we always try to help each other. And I know my uncle, even though, have I told you the story about how I met him?
No.
He was a vain fellow. We met at a convent. I mean, when I was 13. He had thrown me away as a child. He had abandoned our family because of me. And yet, he later befriended me and helped me to become a scientist. He believes in me. I know him well, and it's just, maybe I'm overthinking it. Maybe he has gone crazy. I should just erase all of this science!
No. My dear, Ophelia, please. You are overthinking it, but your mind is brilliant. And I can see that this matter is causing you a great deal of stress. And that is why I wish to inform you that once we are married, you no longer are needed to practice science, for we shall have a family, and you will be a housewife, and all the stress will be gone, and I will take over our scientific research. Huh? Very good, very good.
Pardon?
Well, yes. Yes, you will, once we are married, you will have to do the duties of a mother, of course.
If those duties of a mother were to do the duties of science and education.
Well, you will educate our children when necessary, but you will no longer be needed at the university. That is preposterous. You almost hit me. You see, the stress... Oh! Ophelia, I do love you dearly. And I understand that this is a passion for you, and you are remarkable at it. But do you really think that it is proper for an English lady, such as yourself and me, a gentleman, to be wed, and for a woman to continue her work? How would that look upon me and my family and society at large? It is not the ways that are done here.
I thought you were different,
I
Timothy.
thought you were wanting to be a proper wife.
I want to be a proper wife in meaning that I love you. And I want to have our future together. I want to explore science together like we have done the entire time that I've known you.
I am perplexed, Ophelia. I do want you to be happy. But I know that you also had told me, with great passion, that you wish to have a family as well. So tell me now, Ophelia, please. Tell me now, right here. Do you wish to raise a family, or do you wish to play around with numbers? For is it not the work that we do here to enrich the lives of human beings? But what better way to enrich the life of a human being is to raise one? Yes, I can see by your gaze that you are...
Are you saying that you wouldn't marry me if I continued teaching, exploring? I'm so close to breaking this. I do believe time travel is possible.
Ophelia,
I'm so
please.
glad we keep this giant blackboard in the living room.
Ophelia, you are now speaking as a child would speak, of time travel, of this nonsense. I do love you. I'm not trying to give you an ultimatum here. Do you love me?
I love you, Timothy. But you need to rethink things.
Chapter 13, in which, at the insane asylum, Uncle Frederick meets a fellow inmate who is under the delusion that they are a... chicken. You there? Yes. Stop that, you foul, you cur.
I'm not a cur, I'm a chicken, sir. And I will thank you to address me as such.
Jeez, the people you meet in the theater. Oh, wait, we're at the asylum, aren't we? Listen, I need you to use your beak to cut me loose.
Cut you loose? Well, all right.
Oh, thank you. What is your name, good man?
My name is Purdue.
That's a strange name for a chicken.
Now that you are free, will you help me escape with you?
You knew that I was willing to escape.
Well, doesn't everybody want to escape?
Yes. Listen, this facility, it is ironclad. There is no way out by normal means, but I am not a normal man.
What are you?
Grab this with your beak. I am a traveler in time.
Huh, that's a big one.
You're a chicken.
Well, I know, but still, I'm saying to travel in time.
Everyone's a critic, aren't they? Okay, let's seek it out. Speak with your mouth.
And then laid an egg.
I missed the first half of that story. Listen, I need you to tug this hard. With your beak. You don't have the strength with your wings. You've evolved evolution. What am I talking about? I've spent too much time around Ophelia. Listen, this is going to send us through time. I know it. It was not a delusion. I am a traveler in time. You must pull harder. Okay, one last tug. Think! What would your mother hen think of you?
She'd think I'm an idiot.
Yes! Channel that anger you have towards her, and pull, chicken!
Oh. It may be an ostrich.
No, we're still in the insane asylum. That was supposed to work!
Well,
You did it wrong!
for me, I'm an ostrich. Goodbye.
No! Mr. Oink, please! Mr. Oink, I need your help!
Chapter 14. Ophelia meets her best friend, Claire Earful, at the museum. Oh, Claire, I know you're upset.
You're Claire.
That's why you're upset.
Why are you upset? Tell me.
It's not me that's upset, Ophelia. You're losing your way. I brought you to the Da Vinci Museum so that you could see all of the science surrounding you.
The Vitruvian man.
Look at it.
The perfect proportions.
You identified that when you were a little girl. You didn't even know this existed.
He's almost perfect.
He is perfect.
Unlike Timothy, Mr. Peacock.
Spit it out, girl. I know you're upset.
What am I to do when the man I love wishes me to give up the thing that I have spent my entire life to get?
Stand up for yourself. You have written data point after data point.
You're right. I will stand up for myself. To hell with him. I will be a scientist to devote my life to science. I will make flying machines just like Da Vinci himself had designed. I will prove that time travel exists. And I will prove that my uncle is sane. And most importantly, I will never have a relationship with another person in my entire life.
Mrs. Ophelia, Mrs. Ophelia, oh. I'm so glad I found you here, Mrs. Ophelia. I am your doctor. Dr. Johnston, your lab results came in from the blood work. Oh, you are pregnant. With triplets. Very well. Good day.
Oh,
How did he even know I was at this museum?
you're a scientist. You should have known what would happen if you lay. Oh, no.
We don't need to discuss the details of this,
I
Claire.
wasn't.
There might be children present at this museum.
Ophelia.
So I have to give it up. I have to give science up, I guess. I'm to be a mother.
Ophelia, I ran into the doctor. He came and told me where you are.
He gave you that information?
Yes, he did. Being your husband, of course he would.
I'll leave
You're
you
not married yet.
Yes, I'm aware of this, Ophelia.
Ophelia. Be strong.
But now that we both know this information, our choice is obvious. We must be married at once.
No.
No?
No, I will not marry you.
That is preposterous. Of course you're going to marry me.
No, I will not. I am about to give birth to 3 little chicken butts. And they will not be peacocks. I sound crazy right now.
Ophelia, listen to me carefully. I've always been listening to your words and your history, and of course you know very little of mine, other than I was born into a family of strutting, arrogant know-nothings, a family who scoffed at me in my pursuits of science, a family who only wanted to strut their stuff on the stage, and did not care at all for a young boy who always wanted to read his